All right, well, one bar is out of thousands of dollars after a promotion for a team that's really near and dear to my heart. Didn't win
Oh,
their game. KNWA today's morning anchor Crystal Martinez is here.
yes.
We're gonna spill a little tea on today's trending stories. Here's a look at our hot topics brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Okay, Crystal. First up on
I
this
know.
story.
I'm going to let you just to start it off,
Thank
Jackie.
you. Thank you. Okay, well, my Bears, they did lose to the Denver Broncos 28-31.
We saw.
Y'all, my team is struggling this season, losing 13 games going into Sunday's matchup. But you know what? Knowing this, a bar owner in the city was so confident that the Bears would win. He ran a promotion promising free beer to customers upon the Bears' victory. The owner says he was inspired by a bar in another city that ran a similar promotion. By halftime, fans retreated to a $5,000 sprawl of drinks and free pizza.
Oh my gosh.
The owner says he does still consider the evening a win because he feels like his bar got a lot of exposure because once he put that promotion out there, he says when he opened the doors
Yeah.
on Sunday, people were like down the street.
I mean, listen, it was an intense matchup because they were both 0-3. so somebody was going to walk
Darn
away
it.
a winner.
Darn it.
Somebody was going to walk away not one. But it looks like really the customers at that shop are the real winners here.
Correct. But $5,000, ooh, that's, you know.
Listen, I love Justin Fields. All right, I don't think it's him. I think it's the O-line, just not be able to protect him. So
Okay.
when they find that and figure that out, I think your Bears will make a comeback.
Okay, see, it couldn't be like your team because Dallas is doing very, very good. So people can't be promising a Dallas loss because Dallas is actually
Well,
pretty good right now.
We did lose to the Cardinals. That kind of hurt too. So I don't know. It's an emotional roller coaster ride.
It is. It is. Okay, well, let's turn the tables to somebody who's actually winning.
Yeah.
Okay, Simone Biles out here breaking records, making history.
Love her.
Yet again, the 19-time world champion leapt back into the world stage at the 2023 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships, becoming the first woman to land the extremely difficult, and I hope I say this right, Yurchenko double pike vault.
Nice. I
After
think you aced
landing
it.
that vault, that skill will now be internationally known as the Biles 2.
I love that.
Biles now has 8 national titles, 25 world medals, and 7 Olympic medals in her
Gosh.
trophy case. Light work, just saying. But that's awesome to have a move named after
Look
you.
at that. Yeah, I mean, it is one thing to actually conquer it, another thing to have it named after you. I'd love to see what her practice was like leading
Yes,
up to that.
absolutely.
And I'm sure it dealt with a lot of like tumbles and falls
Sure.
and just a good example of never give up.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely. You want to take this next story?
Oh, sure.
Okay,
Let's do
okay.
it. All right. Well, a 104-year-old woman is believed to have set a record for being the oldest person in the world to tandem skydive. Speaking
Okay.
of never give up, right?
Right.
Meet Dorothy Hoffner. She completed a jump at Skydive Chicago, jumping from a plane roughly 10,000 feet off the ground.
Whoa.
At 104 years old, Hoffner topped the world record of 103 years old, which was set in Sweden in 2022. So all this by 1 year. She didn't start skydiving, get this, Jackie, until she was 100 years old.
My goodness.
Miss Dorothy is clearly living her best life. Look at
Indeed
her.
she is.
Oh
Indeed
my
she is.
gosh.
I can't do this. I cannot.
Really?
I know tandem, you know, with somebody, I just can't.
Yeah.
Looking at her, like my stomach has dropped to my toes. Like, I just cannot. But if you have skydived and you have done this, this is awesome.
I think
I'm
it's on
living
my to-do
vicariously
list.
through you.
Yes,
Yes.
I think it is on my to-do list.
Okay,
Might
okay.
accomplish it one day.
Well, while it may not be a major food group, but bagels and schmear, those are pretty good and actually part of my regular kind of breakfast routine. But
Yep.
check this out. If you're wanting art as an appetite, maybe check out this new exhibit. It's in New York. British artist Lucy Sparrow used approximately 30,000 pieces
Wow.
of felt to recreate the look and feel of an authentic bagel shop. The installation recreates everything found in a traditional bagel shop that could include different types of bagels, breads, and groceries. So if you find yourself in East Village, New York, you can check this out. You have to the end of the month to do that. How cool is this? How talented is she?
It looks too real, Jackie. I'd be the person to go in there and like grab something and like think that it's actually edible and then be reminded, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not. Okay, Crystal, this story is very, very cool. They've been out of work because of the writer's strike. And, you know, even though an imminent deal is right there, like
Yeah.
on the cusp. Hopefully, the Hollywood studio workers can get back to work. But until then, they are working on something very cool about volunteering and putting time in their expertise to create something that is going to be very, very terrifying in Hollywood. Our Darsha Phillips has more.
The hum of machinery and the excited chatter of
God.
set designers
We're ready. We're going to start dressing this stuff. We're going to make this creepy. It's going to be fun.
is exactly what these studio workers need after nearly 5 months of silence.
We are all out of work and we're all itching to be creative again and do something fun.
And with Halloween around the corner,
We have the brightest minds in the film industry.
Scott Niner with Dangling Carrot Creative knew just who to call
I did Halloween, Devil's Rejects, Piranha 3D, just tons of horror films.
to create the creepiest,
Just that haunted noise you hear that gives you shivers all throughout.
scariest,
I would definitely say look out for some rabbit people, as well as some ghouls and, grotesque makeups as well.
most hair-raising maze made by the best in movie magic.
If we can't do it, I don't know who else can.
The maze opens on October 16th, and there's still a lot to get done.
We're going through a section of the maze right now that's not completely assembled yet.
But these studio workers have nothing but time on their hands.
This is not your backyard haunt. We have the best special effects people, the best lighting people, the best sound people, the best construction people, the best makeup people.
They're pulling out all the stops.
If we need it, we'll create it. We'll build it. We don't have to go buy it. We can make it.
3D printers and access robots are building large props.
We're actually going to start milling some giant root systems for some of the walls and some 3D parts and sculptures and whatever we need, we can pretty much make it in-house.
Most of the materials have been donated or purchased at a discount, and everyone here is volunteering their time.
This is the only time in the industry you could ever get all these professionals together that aren't working.
The strike hasn't been easy.
The last 6 months, I haven't been sleeping much.
I was barely able to get my health insurance qualifications.
I know of people who are moving back in with their parents, moving in with friends.
But these workers say being able to pour themselves into something creative again has kept them going.
It's what I needed. It's the shot in the arm. If I can't work on films, this is my next step.
And with the finest on board,
There'll be individual scares, so each scare will have its own individual noise to it.
they promise this maze will not disappoint. Enter if you dare, and watch your back.
I love scaring people. That's what I'm going to do.
That noise is insane. Crystal, thank you so
I'm gonna
much
practice
for
on my growl
joining
now.
me for Hot Topics.